Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dump and Dish, episode 21. Here with my co-host, Coach Zane. I'm Coach Switz. Coach Zane, how are we doing today?
Awesome. How was your Labor Day weekend?
It was great, buddy. Went down to the lake. Weather was perfect for the first 2 days. Friday, Saturday, immaculate. Sunday was a little cloudy, but we made the best out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah. How about you? What'd you guys do?
Just had some people over swimming in the pool.
Nice.
Pretty low-key barbecuing.
What'd you cook up?
Just burgers and brats and
All right,
hot dogs.
easy one. Yep, I like that.
Easy, and then other people just brought over sides and desserts and everything else. So it was.
It made it real easy on you then.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Had some hockey.
I was gonna say, did you have any hockey, or did we call it off for the weekend, Coach?
No, we had some hockey.
This guy's a slave driver.
And then there was a big girl showcase in town.
Oh,
So
nice.
That was a big one.
How was that?
It was good. So Falcons, Liberty, and Cyclones, all the different elite teams, and even like our 10U C1 team played in that.
Nice.
We had a little practice game for our C2 team against the Chesterfield Falcons, just a little scrimmage. But all in all, it was a great weekend of hockey and a great Labor Day.
That's great.
Yeah.
That does sound like a nice little Labor Day.
Yeah, there was something like 20 or something games in the showcase. It was pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty good. Well attended.
Team came up from Nashville, I believe.
Yeah.
To participate in that too. So it was a really good showcase for the girls. St. Louis, and just watching it continue to grow.
Heck yeah. A couple things about this week. St. Louis hockey training. We released small groups to the public, Coach. Pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
We had some real good interest, so I'm excited to see those fill up here shortly.
Yep.
And then Sunday night camps will be released today, Friday. And so I'm sure those will be buzzing on the old interwebs today.
Awesome.
All right, my topic today, or I guess our topic today, the new USA hockey rules. Coach, you want to read them off? I got something in my way. I can't quite see those. Hopefully you can read my scribble crash writing. I'll help you out if you start stumbling.
No, I think the biggest ones are tag up offsides.
Yep.
And icing on the penalty kill for the midget age group.
Got it.
And that applies both to the boys and the girls side. Keeping the rules the same as what they play at high school hockey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And keeping the game moving. So many whistles with the automatic offsides, especially the icing on the penalty kill, like give it or take it, whatever. But the goal from USA Hockey on the automatic offsides was to make people make plays, to force a regroup situation. And honestly, like,
it's been a big fail. Can we just call a spade a spade? It's just a huge fail.
I'm watching, and listening to coaches that are like, just dump it in, let's get our line changed, get the whistle. And then at the end of the day, the third period gets cut down because they're hour ice sheets for most of the youth programs. They're not, they can't go outside of that. So they're getting cut down in the third period to half of a period because there were so many whistles in the first two periods with those offsides.
Yep. I saw you got a HECC certified net guard now.
Yeah, so I believe they can still use the other certification. I want to say it's like BNQ or something like that.
Okay.
There's another three-letter acronym there, but they can use those through this season, but then next season, yes, everything has to be approved just like our helmets are. It's the same certification.
Yeah.
Company that does helmets and face masks now have to do neck guards also.
I like this one. 2 minutes for a bad mouthguard check from a coach. So if coach says, hey, that kid doesn't have a mouthguard, go check it. And if the kid has it, 2-minute penalty.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, a little bench minor.
Yeah.
Just like back in the day when we checking sticks. Now everything's carbon fiber. You're not heating it up and tweak it. Yeah. So just like the old stick checks used to be, now you can call a mouthguard check on the other team on a player, and it's a 2-minute bench minor if they have one in, or it's a 2-minute minor on that other team if they don't have it in. So it goes both ways on that.
Goalies can shoot the puck out now, Coach. We're back to that. No penalty for that.
Gotcha. So no delay of game and shooting the puck out of the.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty safe on that at 10U, but that's not. I get it, and a lot of those were to speed up the game with the older kids, that they were getting a lot of extra whistles that just didn't need to happen. So
other big one, mandatory 10-minute penalty for any knee.
Okay.
Any knee penalty. That's mandatory 10 minutes.
So if you get it, it's not just a 2-minute minor. It's got to be a 2 and 10. Then.
Yep, 2 and 10 automatically.
That makes sense.
And my last one, we've switched from body contact to competitive contact now.
Okay.
In sports or in hockey. I guess basically the distinction is you can't just hit somebody to hit them. You got to make a play on the puck.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
In a checking game of hockey, there's going to be hits to separate them from the puck. And I think that's part of the game. And I understand they're trying to really protect heads and concussions and things like that. They've really cracked down. We even noticed it coaching at AAA and then high school. Like if there was a big hit, it was an automatic penalty. Like even if it was a clean hit, like we had one in the state championship game where one of the SLU players hit one of our forwards, and both of us watched the replay on it later, and we're like, that wasn't
not even close.
That was a good hit in the right situation, and it just was a big hit. So then it instantly became a penalty. So
shout out Ungi.
I think we're gonna get more and more of those as big hits are just instant penalties where. It's part of the game. We have to train our players to keep their heads up, to make good plays, not put themselves in compromising situation, because it is a physical sport, especially as the boys get older and it's full check. Like that's just part of it.
Yeah. No, I get frustrated. Once again, you're putting more gray area into a ref's call again.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Just get more refs
just get more yelled, screamed at, and quitting. Like it's just unbelievable. It's just it's so frustrating. And then. What about making them start before they're like all different sizes? Like one kid's been through puberty, 6 foot, and then the other kids who haven't, they're still 5 foot, and so elbows and heads are right next to each other. Like why'd they switch that from 12U like when we were kids?
I think the goal was to reduce the number of years of checking hockey.
Yeah.
But then yes, you put them right in the middle, and 12U had some of the same problems too, where. Some of the boys are going through puberty
not at
earlier,
11 though, not Pee Wee minor,
but
they're all little kids still.
You're playing, big kids and little kids, and that's dangerous.
At that I'm just not a fan. Level. And kids can get mean by that time. They can they might actually want to go to hurt some, not hurt to hurt, but like go to hit to hurt.
Yeah.
And so I don't see that out of the 11-year-olds when we used to trade.
No.
Mom's still in the locker room tying skates. So.
Yeah. Well, and just. Even after it could be a big hit, and then here comes a swing of the stick and something that's really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
Or punches get thrown, and all of a sudden you got a melee on the ice because they're getting to be mean.
Yeah, that's what
versus the little kids that aren't, don't have that yet.
They do something wrong, they feel bad. They'll feel bad, and they start crying with the guy. It's
so.
Look at that.
I think that's something that USA Hockey Canada, like all. Coming to an agreement of what's the best place for that. For me, I like teaching it earlier and then even taking it away when they get mean and giving it back later or something like that.
Yeah.
But like teach them when it's also just a
10U and they're 50 pounds.
It's a physics equation, just like mass times velocity. Like they're smaller, they're not moving as fast. There's not as much energy that's exchanged between the two players.
There's a big brain for everybody there.
But they're also just made of rubber too. Like they bounce off each other, and it happens. Like even at 8U and 10U, like people run into each other. It's still a physical game.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not a check. But learning how to absorb that contact, not put yourself in a compromising situation, so that when you do get older and checking comes into play, that you're ready for it.
Yeah, you don't catch that pass looking backwards.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I kind of had on the new rules. I thought some of them give and take some. I'm good for the tag up and the icing on. Penalty kills. Everything else, okay. I like the 2-minute penalty for calling a ref, calling a coach, for
calling
making the bad call there.
Yep.
All right, game of the week this week. We had the 2014 Blues versus TI. Friday, they got 2 games this weekend. Friday night, 7:20 on the NHL rink, and then an early one on Saturday, 8:10 a.m. over at Plager.
Awesome.
Should be a good one. If you're looking for some good hockey, go out there, check that out. TI usually has a pretty competitive team, so it should be a good, tight game.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about today, Coach?
No, it's been a great week. Excited for the small groups, like we mentioned earlier, and that going out to the public. Like we've had a lot of people sign up for it that are already doing lessons
Tuesdays,
and
I think,
camps and
12 or 13 already.
Yeah, so filling up quickly. So there's a few spots left open there for the general public that aren't currently working with us. But those should
especially those high schoolers. There's not much out there for you to work on, especially at pace with your peers and trying to get better besides a hockey practice.
And when I'm looking at the younger kids, it's the full ice portion of it. Like that is so awesome that clubs just can't do because we don't have enough ice. Like unless you're playing
45 kids waiting for the line to break out and regroup.
Central States, level, like you just don't get full ice practices. So being able to run that, with 20 kids or so on the ice is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's all I got today. Alyssa, you got anything else? All right, Dumb and Dish, episode 21 in the books. I'm out.
Have a great week.
See you.